There's really a sense of confusion here, as often is the case, sadly, when incidents like this happen. There's lots of locals who have come out to try and see what's going on. A hugely heavy police presence. We've seen numerous armed officers. There are big vans of police personnel. There is definitely a police helicopter circling above us as well. As you said, reports had come in sort of an hour or so ago that a man had been shot, and we now understand that that man has died. Police also saying that they believe a number of people have been stabbed and that they believe this incident is terror-related. Just before I came on air to talk to you, Sarah, I was looking at a video that someone here had seen on Instagram. A little distressing, we can't show it at the moment on Sky News, but it did appear to show a very chaotic scene, blood on the pavement, a number of people lying there who appeared to have stabbed wounds. The video moves quite confusedly up down the street, seeing groups of people crowding around a number of different people who appeared to be injured. And then a bit further up the high street behind me, I don't know if you can see, beyond where our camera is able to see, there is a Boots pharmacy, and it's understood that that is where the man who was shot by police was shot. Now, there are a few things that are sort of interesting and potentially a little unusual about this, and one that's worth thinking about is the speed with which police have designated this a terror incident. You may remember that horrible attack on London Bridge just back in December. When that happened, it did take a number of hours for police to really get a sense of exactly what had happened, and before they were ready to release officially to the public and to the media that they believed this was terror-related. The speed with which they've said it was this time is worth noting. Also the fact that eyewitnesses have said that the ambulances that arrived, the paramedics who came out of those ambulances apparently were wearing body armour. That, of course, is very unusual, even in a city like London, which is sadly no stranger to terror incidents at all. But those two things are interesting, certainly. It's much, much too early to speculate about exactly what happened here, what the police may or may not have known. But clearly there was some information they had that led to those two things happening. Potentially, perhaps the individual involved was maybe being watched by police, maybe he was under surveillance, maybe there was a sense that what happened was not entirely unexpected and police were able to move very quickly indeed. But of course, as I said, that is speculation, must stress that at the moment. We're really not clear what has happened. Video that we've seen does appear to show people with relatively serious injuries. As I said, it shows blood splattered and on the high street, sadly, and other witnesses on Twitter. Again, it's very important to emphasise that we can't verify this at the moment, but people saying that they saw somebody with a puncture wound in their chest and in their back as well. Unclear at the moment whether that is the person who we now understand to have died after being shot by armed police. Unclear whether that's other victims involved in this incident. But there's really a sense of activity here. As I said, lots of locals have come out to see what's going on. This would normally be an incredibly busy thoroughfare on a Sunday. Up on the high street behind me, if I just step out the way so you can have a look, a number of shops. There's a big Lidl up there, a Boots pharmacy, a number of different restaurants and fast food stands and stalls. Certainly the sort of place that people would have been coming to spend some time on Sunday, and really a sense of shock from people here that this has happened and that the high street is now closed off.